calories for muscle gain, so this doesn't change, obviously, continually above maintenance, adjusted in 250 calorie increments, so as soon as you gain weight and you plateau, we add 250 calories with equal amounts of carbs and protein each time, and eat every 3 to 4 hours as possible, because that's the way muscle synthesis, breakdown, synthesis, that's how it works, every 4 hours. Now, it doesn't work at all. Once it breaks down, it never comes back up unless you have the presence of amino acids. So in other words, every 4 hours, when your muscle tissue starts to replace itself, that's what it does whether you work out or not, it's the same cycle. All cells replace themselves in their body, in the human body, right? But every 4 hours, you're breaking down muscle, and then in the presence of amino acids, it goes back to synthesis. But if you're breaking down in your 4 hour cycle and you don't eat, and you never eat, you shrivel up and die, because it can never go back to the synthesis until the amino acids are present. And I know you guys know that, but that's how that 4 hour cycle back in the 60s became the mantra of bodybuilders, of eating every 4 hours in athletes, okay? Now, so your protein amounts, really nothing's any different. The only difference I have here for the vegan is in red, 1 to 1.2 rather than the 1. And of course, obviously, if you're trying to lose body fat, that number goes up because you're taking your calories down, and your body's going to go after muscle when you take your calories down. So you have to get your protein up a little bit higher. And if you're using a 1.2, if you're using plant-based only, so if you're not using any type of protein, if you're a vegetarian, then it's different if you're using eggs or milk or something. But if you're using plant, I would go 1.2. If you're a pure vegan, I would go 1.2. Carbohydrates are the same, 40 to 60%. Obviously, less if fat loss is the goal. That just keeps going down. But if you're trying to put on muscle, you're trying to get higher carbohydrate intake. You can't just drop it down, because your testosterone gets lowered on low carbohydrate diets. A lot of people don't know that. When you start dropping your carbs, so our off-season bodybuilders, our off-season athletes, when they're trying to put on muscle, always get the carbs back up, all right? And that just maximizes your anabolic milieu, or what we, all of the different hormones, because insulin is the most powerful anabolic hormone that you have. So fats are still the same, 20 to 35%, but as you can see, they're just a little bit different. You know, they're from your nuts, your avocado, and some of the different things there. So, but it's your remaining calories. All right, so what does it look like in the big picture? Here's a 250-pound omnivore, 250 grams of protein, 500 grams of carbohydrate. This is muscle gain. 90 grams of fat, about 4,000 calories. And you end up the same thing here, except you look at the proteins a little higher here, and you end up with maybe a few more calories. So there's really not a whole lot different other than the protein amount for the vegan. And again, that's vegan, not vegetarian. Okay, now I did put this in here for you guys to look at. I just basically cut and pasted from one of the journals about how to do a 3,500 calorie menu and a 2,500 calories. So the 3,500 calories over here, 2,500 here. But it does tell you how difficult it is to be able to do it with just food. Now, there's supplements in here. They have their omega-3 supplement in here. They also have their pre and post workout supplement in here, so they can get the protein up. But if you look, it's almost identical to what I just showed you. So this is a 94, say a 200-pound athlete down here, 94 kilograms, 200-pound athlete with 3,500 calories, and you can see basically it's 193 grams of protein. So but it's a lot of work. When you look at this, it's a lot of work. You're using a lot of tofu, a lot of soy, and of course that one supplement there as well. And to get the omega-3s, you have to take a supplement because you're not eating fish. And then here's another one over here, the 2,500 calorie menu. So I put that in here for you. But to make it real simple for you, take the menu that you like today, take the menu that your client likes today, and just sub the protein. Sub the protein out. The dairy, egg, and meat, get rid of it, and just use it for the proper, the different soy or tofu. That's what you do. What soy is, tofu and tempeh, those are all from soy. So those are the easy ways to be able to change these things out. So because everything else is plant-based.